Here we go.
Hey, how's it going? Everybody at DDP Yoga. What's going on, Dallas? How you doing, man? I just ordered DDP Yoga, the other day. It's gonna be here tomorrow. Actually, I'm really excited. I just wanted to shoot this quick introduction video and give you a little bit of background on me and tell my story a little bit here. Okay. Now, first, I just wanted to tell you, my name's John Rankin. I live in Northeast Philadelphia. Actually, I'll let you go ahead and guess how old do you think I am. Go ahead, I'll give you a second. So you're probably thinking to yourself, he looks like he's 47 or 57, maybe even 67. But I'm actually 37. Kind of the trials and tribulations of my life have aged me significantly. And as you can see over here on my desk, my little workstation, this is all the medicine and supplements and whatnot that I take on a daily basis just to get through the day and not feel horrible and be in total agony. So this is the daily regimen that I've got myself on. It's my medicine and supplements and whatnot. So I'm going to take that now for you. All right. In order to fully tell you my story, I'm going to do it with pictures. I think pictures worth 1,000 words, and it really illustrates what I've been through and how far I've come. And that's also what I'm trying to impress upon you is I've been through a lot and I've overcome a lot, but I still have so much more to do in this life at a high level. If you look behind me, I got a bunch of these are trophies from when I was younger, when I was a kid. They're not participation trophies either. Most of these are first and second place wins. When I was a kid, I was born in 1982 in Marlton, New Jersey. Another reason why I'm a really big fan of you, Dallas. I always had an affinity for you, being a Jersey boy and whatnot. But this is me and my dad right here. To say that my dad was a great athlete is a gross understatement. My father was the best. And he wasn't just the best. He was better than the best. My dad led his high school football team to the Philadelphia Catholic League Championship in 1974 and the Philadelphia Public League Championship in 1974. Him and my Uncle Donnie are the only two people in Philadelphia sports history to do that at the same position of quarterback. My Uncle Donnie did in 1956 for North Catholic. So, from the time that I was able to walk and stand, a ball was put in front of me. And from the minute that I could understand what was going on, I was taught how to be an athlete. I got into grade school, and as you can see, I was a pretty adorable little kid. I started playing football at a very young age. I was a defensive nose tackle and a fullback. That's a picture of my mom, taking care of me on the sidelines. And then I got the baseball. Baseball was my dad's favorite sport. He was being recruited by the Pirates during his final season at LaSalle High School, or LaSalle College in West Philadelphia. And when he broke his elbow, hit by a pitch at his last at bat. And his dream was down the drain, I guess, from there. But, he moved on. He had me, my brother and sister, and we had a great childhood. We did lots of awesome stuff. This is a picture of me during that same fishing trip catching the biggest bluefish on the boat. I won the $150 pot. Really pissed off a lot of adults there too, that a 10-year-old kid reeled in a 180-pound fish. But that's how it was. You know, in grade school, like I said, like I just kept winning and winning. This is me with our winning in-house ice hockey team. We won the championship that year and the next year. Subsequently, I was recruited by my high school hockey team to play for their varsity team in 7th grade, mind you. I didn't play in 7th grade, but I practiced. 8th grade, I was starting on the second line. What I'm trying to tell you here is, like, I was born and bred and coached and trained to be an athlete and a winner. And that's what I was. And then we get to high school. Still a pretty good-looking guy. That's a picture of me, number 66, wearing Mario Lemieux's number, chasing down a puck on the forecheck. And then we went and played football. Still looking pretty good. In high school, you know, I was a fullback, gearing up to take over the starting position my senior year. And the whole time, my dad indulged my real passion, which was pro wrestling. And we were there for everything at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. The ups and the downs. This is what made me want to become a wrestler. That time in my life. This picture is after I set an unofficial record at my high school. I pinned the guy in 6 seconds. Single leg off the whistle, cradle in midair, to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. After that season, I was declared academically ineligible to wrestle. I got my grades up and I was able to play football, but I couldn't wrestle, and I was crushed. My football coaches and my wrestling coaches, they tried to motivate me in a way that just didn't work for me. They didn't know how to talk to kids, and they really just kind of pissed me off, and I just said, forget it, I'm done. So I went on to just kind of lose who I was, what I was about, what I was doing. I was lost. And I just tried to hide it. You know, I adopted a different style. I became the cool guy, the fun guy. You know, I was the life of the party everywhere I went. And I was funny, and I was really cool. I'm not saying that to sound cool now, because I know how dumb it was then. Because one night, the party stopped. One night, I left a friend's house the way that I did every night for about a year. I got bombed drunk off 30 beers and a bunch of shots. I jumped into my 95 Jeep Wrangler Rio Grande, and I drove home. All I had to drive was 1.5 miles from my house. This is in 2004. I didn't make it the whole 1.5 miles. I made it about halfway before I flipped my Jeep end over end 3 times. I was thrown 80 feet out of the driver's side window. I broke my left hip, my right femur, lacerated my liver. My head got caught on the door handle. You can't see it, but I have a big hook scar right here on my head. When I landed, I had sustained severe head trauma. The young girl's car that I hit, it was in a parking lot of her apartment complex. She came running out, called 911, found me. Ambulance showed up. They picked me up, drove me to Abington Hospital, which is about 8 miles away, in 3 minutes. Once there, they started working on me. I lost 92 pints of blood the first hour I was at the hospital. That's unheard of. Your body only holds 8 to 12. They were putting blood into me and it was just pouring out. And they didn't know why. And the why was, excuse me while I take this off. Again, I said I had the lacerated liver. They figured that out by doing exploratory surgery on me. They opened me up completely, found where I was leaking from, patched me up, and hoped for the best. By that time, my parents had gotten to the hospital. They were called in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how long they were there, but they were told that I wouldn't make it through the night, and they were sent home with organ donation papers. It was pretty crazy to think about now. But yeah, that was a unbelievably horrific car accident. That night after my parents left, the doctor, Dr. Steph Newman of Abington Hospital, came into the room because I had flatlined. I was down for 35 minutes. They thought I was gone. Like, gone, not here. He unplugged me from every machine they had me hooked up to. And he started to put my bed sheet over my head. And before he got it over my eyes, and I've been told this several times by him, and you can call him and ask, I sat straight up, grabbed him by the back of the head and the arm, and pulled him on the bed with me. And I wouldn't let go. I had him in a death grip, because I was still alive, and I wasn't leaving. You know, it's just, that's a testament to the never quit and never say die, never stop moving forward attitude that I was trained by my father. So after that, they got me stable. They got me okay. I had a bunch of surgeries. I had broken my left hip. They fixed that. Broke my right femur. They fixed that. 3 screws through my knee. And then it was off to rehab. I went to rehab at Moss Rehab in Olney, Philadelphia. When I got there, they told me that I was going to be there for over a year. And I looked at the lady and I said, forget that. I'll be out of here in 6 months. And she was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But I got up every single morning and I went to therapy. It was like going to football practice. It was like doing calisthenics every day. I already knew what I had to do, and I did it. And 4 months later, I went home with a trach still in my throat and a cane. But the whole time, I never lost my sense of humor, my identity, who I was, even though they told my parents that I would probably operate on a 3rd grade reading level for the rest of my life. But, you know, I put on the smile and I just carried on. It wasn't always easy, but I still always tried to make people laugh, no matter what was wrong with me. So now here we are. We're 15 years later. And 15 years later, I'm in okay shape. I look alright, I guess. But I'm in pretty much excruciating pain all day, every day. I can't sit for that long. I'm probably going to get up and do my before photos soon because I'm starting to get a little twingier. But even despite all this, I've still done awesome, amazing things to me in my lifetime. Because of you, Dallas, I got the idea that he started wrestling in his 30s, 40s, whatever it was. Why can't I? And I did. When I was 30 years old, I started training in New Jersey again. And 2 years later, my first gimmick name was printed in PWI. Johnny McClain, that's me. That's my first gimmick name. And some people might say, yeah, right, you're in the wrong place, right place at the right time. Whatever. But it's just a testament to my ability and the impression that I made on people that made those decisions. Last summer, because of, friends that I have and what they've done, I was fortunate enough to go to the 20th annual Gathering of the Juggalos and referee 3 nights straight of awesome wrestling there with high-level wrestlers. Twice I refereed Nyla Rose, the AEW Women's Heavyweight Champion. Awesome experience. Super cool girl. And I've actually worked with her a couple of times early on in my career too. But that's another story. Also there, I met my heroes. Esoteric, 7 Down and Esoteric. Vinny Paz and Jedi Mind Tricks. The guys from ICP and Psychopathic. KRS-One, the teacher. I love music too, as much as wrestling, but all that stuff is something that nobody can ever take away from me. And I don't want it taken away. I can't end up like your Jersey Triad buddy, Bam Bam Bigelow, dead at 45. This is an article from the Philadelphia Inquirer that I got the week that he died, and I saved it, along with a copy of The Wrestler with the first introduction of him. He was my hero growing up. I loved Bam Bam. So really I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm so thankful for you guys doing what you're doing with DDP Yoga, the positivity that you guys are putting out all the time. And I can't wait to get my package. It's coming tomorrow. This isn't something that I want. It's not something that I want. I need this. I need this for me, for my kids. I need it for my parents. I need it for anybody who's ever been Team Johnny Rankin. I need to be the best version of myself, mentally and physically. And I think that that's the biggest part of my problem, is the mental part, is what's been holding me back for 15 years. Almost more so than the physical part. I'll take my shirt off again. But you can see, I'm not in terrible shape from the chest up. I've been lifting a little bit. Look at the brachialis. Look at the traps. I'm alright. I'm alright, but I got this gut that I just can't get rid of. And I know that with what you guys are doing with DDP Yoga, the Monday motivations, that I can keep on it and get rid of this. That's what I need to get to the next level. Whether it's wrestling, whether it's my career, which I don't have right now because I was furloughed at the end of March, and then fired 2 weeks later. Why, I don't know. Could have been me, could have been them, who knows. But I'm finding myself lost again, like I wasn't after high school. I've done all this stuff, and I've gotten to a level, and I've gotten to this plateau that I can't live with. I have to keep getting better. Ronda Rousey once said, she ain't a do-nothing bitch. Neither am I. I've never stopped moving forward or climbing the ladder in anything my entire life. And I need your help, though. I see what you've done for a lot of guys. And I know my story is comparable to a lot of guys you've helped. So I'm just saying, please, Dallas, please help me. I need it. Thank you.